Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my sessions on life. That's what I'm calling them. This is my session on life insurance. That is. But anyway, welcome to Take It to the Table with Juanita Orr, and this is my session on life insurance. I'm trying to educate educate everyone on, first of all, the importance of life insurance, and answer any questions you probably have. And I have some information that I'm going to share with you guys that a lot of people probably don't know about life insurance. So I'm just going to help you out. Now, today is a really, really good discussion. Today is a discussion that we're going to have. And the title of this discussion is what really happens at the funeral home when you have life insurance. So I'm just going to break it down to you, all the different steps and the process. It's the process when you get to the funeral home and you walk into the funeral home. I'm going to just take you through that process so you will understand what to do and what not to do, when that time comes for you or your loved ones, to enter the funeral home to make final arrangements for your loved one. Okay. But before I get started, I always let you guys know about me, because a lot of people don't know or probably don't realize that, as far as myself, I have been a licensed insurance agent now for going on actually going on 16 years. It's been 15 years. So in November of this year, it will be 16 years that I have been a licensed insurance agent. And so this is not new to me, but it's true to me. Okay. I am very passionate about what I do. Very passionate. And the reason why I got into the business, because coming up in my younger years, in my younger years, we experience, our family experienced loved ones dying, but didn't have life insurance, or if they did have life insurance, they didn't have enough life insurance, sufficient enough life insurance in order to handle all the final arrangements. So with that being said, you know, that made me want to dig deeper into this insurance thing just to find out a little more information about it, because I couldn't understand, you know, when you have loved ones that had 2 and 3 policies, but then when it came time for them to use the policies were not enough to take care of all of the final arrangements. So I was kind of curious about that. Like, what is really going on? You know, why is it that they have been paying on these policies for years and years and years, and then now when it's time to utilize the policies, they're not sufficient enough in order to handle whatever business that it should handle, or what they were expecting it to handle. So that's why I got into the insurance business 15 years ago. And I tell you that because, you know, a lot of you probably know me, but then it's a lot of people on here that I'm friends with on Facebook that don't know me. And so when you know the background of a person who's trying to give you information or share information with you, you know, that makes them more credible when you find out that they've been doing it for a long period of time. Because like I said, this is not new to me, but it's true to me. Okay. So I just want to share that little background with you. And in each session that I come on, I'm gonna share that information from the beginning, so people would know that I'm not just sitting here and I'm not just talking. I know my stuff. I'll put it like that. I've been doing it long enough. 15 years is long enough for me to know what I'm doing. Okay. So, but today's topic is about, like I said, the topic is what really happens at the funeral home when you go in and you do have life insurance. So I'm just going to break down the process to you guys. So when something happens and you walk into that funeral home, you'll know exactly what to do, what to say, what not to do, what not to say. So I'm going to break all of that down for you guys. And if you have any questions, and I want you guys to answer questions. I want you to ask questions. I'm sorry. I want you to ask questions, because if you don't understand, what better way to know but to ask questions, right? So I want you guys to ask questions if I go over anything, or if it's anything that I don't go over, but you have a question about life insurance, just ask the question in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer the question for you. Now I need to get back here to the comments part so I can see who all is coming. Now, as you guys get on, please share the live. Please, ma'am, please, sir, please share the live. This information is not just for one group of people. This information is for everybody. Everybody, y'all. Everybody needs to know this information, because I promise you, just as sure as you're living, you're going to die, or one of your loved ones going to die one day, and you're going to have to go through this. And so what better way to go through it but with the knowledge of what you're going through, okay? So please share the live. Please share the live. Hey, Sister Kim, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Okay, so she got a question off the bat, and that's what I like, Sister Kim. I want y'all to come with the questions, because I want to answer the questions so you guys can understand. So she is asking, what if a person has plans to be cremated? Do they still need an insurance? Oh, you most definitely do. You most definitely do, whether you're going to get cremated or whether you're planning to have a funeral. Yeah, you definitely need an insurance policy, because with cremation, that costs money too. And a lot of, well, let's put it like this. These days and times, cremation could cost probably more than a burial. And I think over the years, because the funeral homes were seeing a lot of people coming in and requesting for people to be cremated, I think that's, that was the thing that kind of made the cost go up on cremation. So you most definitely need a policy if the person is being cremated. Yeah, you still got expenses. You still have to pay the fee that they charge for them to be cremated. You still have to pay all of that. Now, it was something I was getting ready to say, and it just slipped my mind. Y'all, I have 1,000,001 things going on in my mind right now that I want to share with you guys. But I know I can only share a little at a time, because these sessions, I don't want them to be that long. I want them to be like maybe 15 to 20 minutes long, maybe 30 minutes at the most, but no longer than that. Okay. So I'm going to try to go through this swiftly with you, but I want you to engage with me. I don't want to just be on here talking, and then I don't see anybody engaging. I want y'all to ask questions. I want y'all to comment. I want y'all, if it's a concern, put it in the comment section, okay? But yes, Sister Kim, if you're getting cremated, you most definitely need an insurance policy, okay? Now, let me start with the question. I'm going to start with the question. So, have any of you had to plan a funeral for a loved one? Just drop in the comment section if you did. If you had to plan a funeral for a loved one, drop a heart in the comment section. Drop a heart in the comment section. And if you didn't, just put an X. Just comment with an X that you didn't. You've never had to plan for a loved one, a funeral for a loved one. But with that X, that's also going to let me know that you definitely want to be prepared when it comes to pass. Because like I said earlier, just as sure as we're living, we are going to die one day. We are going to die. That's just life. Whether we want to talk about it or not, but it's going to happen. That's just life. So, now losing a loved one, it's already painful. It's already painful. But most people don't know that having life insurance doesn't mean that the funeral home is going to pay out immediately. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know just because you have a policy, an insurance policy, the insurance company is not going to pay out, like say the next day, maybe not even a week later, maybe not even a month, maybe not even 2 months. I've seen it go on for at least about a year. I've seen that. Over my 15 years of being in the business, I've seen this carry on for over a year for the claim to be paid on. Sister Kim said, yes, my mom, dad, brother, and so, oh yeah, so you have experienced this a lot. Condolences to you and your family, because you have experienced this a lot. I am sorry about that. Condolences to you, Sister Kim. But what I want to teach you today is, by the end of this live, you'll know what to expect at the funeral home, how to handle the life insurance, and what to watch out for. What to watch out for. That's what I'm going to educate you on today. Okay? So, y'all stay here. Don't try to flip off and come back on, because you might come back and we'll be gone. But I'm going to share all this information with you. Now, the first funeral home meeting, what to expect. So what happens when you walk in? What happens when you actually walk into the funeral home? So that is the question, because that's the first step, y'all. That's the first step. When you walk into the funeral home, that's the first part of the process, the first part of the process. Now, you're grieving, you're emotional, and now you have to make some fast decisions. Now, the funeral home, the director, they'll show you. Now, let me say this before I get started. Let me say this before I get started. I'm not here to bash any funeral homes. I'm not here to talk down on any funeral homes because I would not be like calling out funeral homes or naming none of that kind of stuff. This is not what this is for. This is for to educate you on how to handle your business when you go to the funeral home, and you have to handle business with the funeral home. Okay, so this is not to talk down or bad on any funeral homes. Okay, let's just get that out there before I get started. Now, the funeral home director, they're going to show you different kind of packages. They're going to show you different styles of caskets. They're going to offer you different types of services, but what they don't always tell you up front. What they don't always tell you up front. They prefer payment up front. They prefer payment up front. Hey, Deaconess Bannister. Thank you, Sister Kim, for sharing. Hey, Sister Jeanette, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. They want to get paid instantly. Yeah. When you walk into the funeral home to make funeral arrangements, they want to get paid instantly. So you may have to pay out of pocket. You may have to pay out of pocket before your life insurance kicks in with the insurance company. Hey, Sister Scotisha. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so what they don't tell you is that, yeah, they prefer to have their payment up front. Now, I've spoken with several different funeral directors. And hey, Sister Jackie, thank you for joining us. But Mother Jackie, I'm sorry, Mother Jackie, thank you for joining us. But yeah, so what I talk with a lot of different funeral directors, and your video is delayed. Okay, so my video is delayed. I wonder why. Do I have? Let me see. Well, y'all, wait a minute. Oh, I know why. Hold on a minute, y'all. Well, no, I got my Bluetooth off. I took my Bluetooth off. I'm not sure why it is delayed, Sister Kim. But thank you for sharing that information with me. I'm not sure, maybe because I'm using the StreamYard studio. I'm not using just my Facebook Live. I'm doing the StreamYard studio, so I can actually, be live on several different platforms at the same time. So that's probably why you're getting a little delayed. Okay, but listen up. So I've talked with several different funeral directors, and they have shared with me that when a lot of people come in and they don't have life insurance, they're kind of trying to get away. And I don't blame them because, y'all, it's a business. This is a business. You got to understand that. You got to understand the money that they're putting in to getting all the things that they need in order to run their business. So it costs them money to employ people. It costs them money to get caskets that you see on display. It costs them money to show you different type services or whatever services that they have to offer. It costs money for all of that. So I can't blame them for this, but they share with me that when people come in and they don't have life insurance, that's a problem. That's a problem. It's truly a problem for them. And they try to help you as much as possible. They try to accommodate your family as much as possible. But you got to understand it's a business. If they continue to give out credit to people, and just think about this, y'all. People are dying every single day, all day long. So just imagine if you're talking about a funeral home and they have, say, 4 bodies that they have to accommodate, four families, but none of the families have insurance. None of them have insurance. So now they have to make a payment plan with you. But how many of us know? How many of us know that a lot of time payment plans don't work? People will pay maybe the first, maybe even the second and the third payment. But after that, people, they tend to get ghost. They tend to get ghost. So just imagine if they're trying to accommodate 4 or even just one family, and they're trying to give them, I call it credit because that's basically what it is. They're giving you credit. And so they're giving you this credit and ensuring that your promise or your bond, your word is your bond, that you promise that you're going to pay them. You're going to pay them. But then you get ghost. You get ghost. After maybe the first payment, maybe even the second or third payment, you get ghost. Now you're left that big bill back on the funeral home. And guess what? That casket they put your mom or your dad or your sister, your loved one in, it still has to get paid for. That horse and buggy that you wanted with the what they call the men that drive the horse, that got to get paid for. What other services? Just everything that you ordered, that package that they showed you and you agreed upon, it has to get paid for. And if they can't get it from you, guess what? It still has to get paid for. So now you left that burden back on the insurance company. But see what a lot of people don't realize. That funeral home probably, they probably, gave you grace and allow you to credit or make payment plans on that loved one. And especially if you're in a small town, guess what? You're going to need them again. You're going to need them again. And it's going to be even harder when you go back to them again and you already got a bill there that you left from prior. They're going to want their money. You're going to have to pay them before they even make any other arrangements with you. You got to pay them. And I don't blame them. It's a business. It's a business, and somebody got to foot the bill. So if you leave the bill upon them and you just ghost them without paying the entire bill, now you left them in debt for taking care of your loved one and making sure your loved one had a proper going home service. But like I said, you're going to need them again. And when you go back to them the next time, and if you hadn't paid for that bill prior, they don't want to hear that. Would you make another payment plan? Let's say somebody borrowed money from you, but they don't pay you back. Or they paid you maybe a portion of what they owe you. Now, if they came back to you again, and they had an agreement to pay you by a certain time, but they didn't pay you, they got ghost. But they came back again wanting to borrow money from you again, would you loan them again? Would you? Or let's say you had a business. and they told you, oh, let me get this wig. I'm gonna pay you. I'll pay you. Give me till say next month. You have your money by next month. But you see that person riding all around town, like they say, they doing everything but paying you, and then they come back again wanting to get another wig. Would you give them that wig? It's a business. But if I promise you this, if you continue to do it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be out of business. You will definitely eventually be out of business. If you keep giving them credit after credit after credit after credit, they're not concerned about that. You will be out of business if you continue to do business in that manner. So that's how the funeral homes feel. That's how they feel. They might give you mercy. They might give you grace and mercy for the first loved one. But I promise you, if you don't pay them, it ain't no grace and mercy for the next one. And you're going to have a next one and a next one and a next one. So, my advice would be to you to prevent that from happening. Get life insurance. Get life insurance. Then you don't have to worry about getting a payment plan. Get life insurance. Now, another thing that they may offer you when you go to the funeral home to make the arrangements, another thing that they may offer you, and I think a lot of over the past years that I've been doing this, all funeral homes actually handle the claim. They file the claim for you. So that's no problem with you getting the claim filed because they're going to file it for you. But did you know this? This is something that you probably didn't know and that you probably need to know. And you probably need to be looking at your statements or whatever you get, whatever contract or whatever they give you from the insurance company. So it sounds helpful. Yeah, they helping you file the claim. It sounds helpful. But they often charge you. Y'all, my battery going dead. Let me put my charge in. I'm sorry. But they often charge you a processing fee. Did y'all know that? Put in the comment section if y'all knew that. Yes or no? Did y'all know that the funeral home, 9 times out of 10, they're going to charge you a processing fee to file that claim for you? Did y'all know that? Let me see something in the comment section. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that the funeral homes, they can charge you a processing fee if you allow them to file the claim for you? And listen, the best thing to do is to let them file the claim for you so you can make sure that it's filed properly. Okay, so Deaconess Bannister said no, she didn't know that. Sister Angela, no. Sister Kim, no. Yeah, they will charge you a processing fee. Well, most of them. I can't say all of them will, but check your bill, check your contract. Whatever they give to you, a statement or whatever, check it, because a lot of them will charge you a processing fee to file that claim for you. Now listen at this, and this is the kicker. This is the kicker. Let's say the funeral costs about $10,000, and you had like a $50,000 policy. They might charge you an extra $1,000 to $2,000 in fees. Check your bill, check your statements, check your contracts. Yeah, that much. If you had about a $10,000 policy I mean, if the funeral costs about $10,000 and you had, say, a $50,000 policy, they might charge you an extra $1,000 or $2,000 in fees. Y'all didn't know that, did you? See, I'm dropping some gems here today. I might make a few people mad with me, but I'm sorry because I'm an honest insurance agent. And I want y'all to know, because when you know better, you do better, right? When you know better, you do better. And I want y'all to be able to do the right thing. You know, you don't want people taking advantage of you. And I won't say that that's taking advantage of you, but you just got to know what you're signing up for. Know what you're signing up for. And I know during that time, you might, you're emotional and, just a whole lot going on, but you got to pay attention to what you're signing up for. That's the time when people take advantage of you, when you're vulnerable. So you got to pay attention to what you're signing up for. Okay. But that's one thing. And being that they know that you have an insurance policy, I hate to say, yeah, but if they know you got a good policy or just any insurance policy, they're going to try to get you to spend more money. The services will be more expensive. They might encourage you to upgrade, upgrades. Now, I know it's some of y'all on here that probably done went through this, and you listening to this and you saying, oh, yeah. Put some in the comment section. If you already experienced this and you know exactly what I'm talking about, please just put yes in the comment section. Just put yes. That's all you got to say. Just put yes. But yeah, they would encourage you to spend more money if they know that you have an insurance policy. So Sister Kim, we got a question here. Oh, Sister Jeanette, you're welcome. She said, thanks for educating us. Do they have to cash in on your insurance policy, or can you cash in your own insurance policy and pay them whatever the funeral costs so that they don't have to know what your insurance policy was worth? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. But this is the thing, Sister Kim. This is the thing. A lot of people don't know how to do that and do that swiftly and do it correctly. And so that's why I say it is beneficial for them to file the claim for you, because they can go right in the system. Now, if you text Suave or whatever and you can do all of this on your own, then yeah, you can definitely file the claim on your own, where you'll be saving money, and then they don't even have to know what your policy is. They really don't have to know what your policy is. And really, when you go sit down with them, you really don't have to tell them. And I don't know, but I would check into that, and I'll have that on a future session. I don't know whether if you don't share with them what your policy is, I don't know whether the insurance company going to share that with them when they do, put in a file the claim. I don't think the insurance company shares that information with them. So the only way they probably would know if you share that information with them, what your policies was. But like I said, it's probably best to allow them to file the claim for you, where it can get done swiftly. And they know exactly what to submit. And the thing about it, though, you can probably work with them, see if they will work with you on the fees. You check out, see what the fees are. And some may not even charge fees, but you need to know if they are charging you a fee to file your claim. So find out what the fee is and see if you can negotiate with them the fee. You don't want to have to spend $2,000 for them to help you fill out some paperwork and submit a claim. Like, come on now. Come on. So maybe you can negotiate with them the fees, but it would be best probably for them to file it. So, and they probably would want to, because they want to make sure that they're going to get their money. They want to make sure that they're going to get their money. And the only reason why, how they would know that they're going to get their money, if you allow them to file the claim for you, so they can check into it to make sure you do have a claim. That's another thing. So, yeah, just be aware that when they know that you do have insurance, and if they know you have a lot of insurance, like with the policies that we offer, you know, they're big policies. They're big policies. I've even heard a director said to me, "Oh yeah, when we know they got," I'm not going to call the name of my insurance company. When we know they got that, oh yeah, we know they got a good policy, because we give out big policies, because people can get big policies, and it's very inexpensive, very inexpensive. So yes, if they know you got a lot of insurance, they're going to try to get you to upgrade on stuff. They're going to probably offer you a lot of stuff that you probably don't need. And you know, at the time, we are so emotional, we're so vulnerable, and we're just we just thinking that we're doing the person that we are putting away, we're doing them a great service by, you know, giving them the best of the best to put them in the ground. You just putting unnecessary money in the ground, when you can be taking that money that you spending on all that unnecessary stuff, and you can be taking that money, and because you and your family, you still got to live afterwards. Y'all still got to go on. That money could help pay the light bill, pay the water bill, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, pay your car note. You can use that money, and it's going to benefit you more than you digging it and putting it in the ground with them, because they can't see none of it. You know, it's just a waste. It's truly a waste. But the other thing is, you got to remember that with the insurance company, it's going to be a delay. It's going to be a delay. I don't care what insurance company that you are with. No policy is going to pay out the next day, because you got to think about it like this. You got to fill a claim out. How you going to just call up the insurance company and say, "Oh, they dead. Can y'all cut my check and send me my check, deposit it into my account?" They need proof. You got to file a claim. They need proof that your loved one is dead. And I promise you, that death certificate is not going to be there the next day after that person dies. You got to wait for the death certificate. That's going to be the proof that the person is actually dead. So without the death certificate, no insurance company is going to pay out anything without the death certificate. Without the claim, no insurance company is going to pay out anything without the claim process. So if you're thinking that somebody can die today and then you getting a check from the insurance company tomorrow, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It ain't happening, because you're going to have to show proof with your with the what I just said it. The death certificate, y'all, my mind, because I got a million and one things I want to tell y'all, but I know I can't do it all in one session. So Sister Kim asks, do they have to have cash in on your insurance policy, or can you cash in your own? I think was that the one I just read? So they don't have to know. Oh yeah, I did. I read that earlier. So Ms. Wanda, Sister Wanda, hey. So she asked, you don't have to share that information until you pick out what you want. Yeah, and I don't think you have to share it at all. As long as they know you, all they're gonna do is call the insurance company just to prove that you do have a policy. They just were and wonder whether you got a policy. I don't know, but I'm gonna check into that, Ms. Wanda. Because you may be right. Right. I don't know whether you have to share that that information with the funeral home or not. I don't know whether you have to share with them what your policy is. But thank you, Ms. Wanda, for commenting. So Sister Kim, but after you have that discussion with the funeral home and they tell you how much it's gonna cost, can't you let the insurance company know and they can cut them the check for what? Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, if you want to file your own claim, you can file your own claim. You don't have to let them file your claim for you. That's just another service that they offer you. And they offer you that because they want to make sure that you got the money to pay for whatever services that you are requesting them to provide to you. That is the reason why they prefer to file the claim themselves. They want to make sure that you have the money, but you can't blame them, because you go in there and you pick out this and you pick out that and you want the best of the best, and then y'all go in the office and sit down and they say, okay, well, what kind of insurance you got? What's the name of the insurance company? And you be like, well, we don't have no insurance. That changed the ball game. That changes the ball game, because all that stuff that you don't sit there and pick out that you want with the horse and the carriage and all the extra flowers and the casket, you want the name and all of this put on. All of that's going to change if you don't come up with some moolah. Before they do anything, they want to see the money. If you don't have insurance, they want to see the money. They want to see the money. That's just how it works. Because they don't want to be stuck with that. They give you all of this stuff that you're requesting, and then you don't have no insurance. And now here they are. They don't provide all of these services and get you the casket with your loved one name on it and all the pictures and all that kind of stuff. And now you don't have no insurance, and they stuck with the bill because you don't want to pay. They're not going to do that. They're definitely not going to do that. I'm sorry. They're not going to do that. So with that being said, are you suggesting cremation or a burial? No, whatever you feel is best for you and your loved one. I'm not suggesting that you do a burial. I'm not suggesting that you do cremation, but just check into both of them and you see what's going to fit into your budget. You see what's going to be best for you and your loved one. I can't answer that for you. I really don't have an answer. And it's not my place to answer that for you. You just have to sit down and figure out what will work best for you and your family. I'm just giving you tips and things on what you should look out for and what you should know before you go into the funeral home, and you'll be expecting all of this. You'll know what to expect. I can't give you advice, not like that. I can't. Yes, you got to have death certificate. Exactly, Sister Jeanette. Give me my money. Okay, Sister Kim. But yeah, no, you definitely have to have a death certificate. Ain't no insurance gonna go and pay out no money until you file that claim and show a death certificate that the person is dead, actually dead. Yeah. You gotta have that. Come on, y'all. Yeah, y'all. It ain't no. If that was the case, you know how many people will be claiming people dead and they really still alive? It's, even with some of the death certificate, I think. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, so how to prepare and protect yourself. How to prepare and protect yourself. So you got to know your policy details ahead of time. Know your policy details. And what I mean by that, this is what I mean by know your policy details before ahead of time. So a lot of people get insurance and a lot of times they wait until they really, really need the insurance to get the insurance. And you do have some policies out there, some companies out there that will give you a little bit of nothing. They'll give you a little bit of nothing for a lot of something. And you get these policies, but your loved one dies within that 2-year contestable period time. Now, I don't care what insurance company you go with. I don't care what insurance, whether it's whole or term. I don't care. But you need to know that it is a 2-year contestability period. Well, it's in your policy, it'll be a contestability clause in your policy to let you know that if your loved one dies within 2 years of you taking out that policy, they got to do an investigation. They got to do an investigation to make sure that the person didn't commit suicide. They got to make sure that the person didn't lie about their health on the application. I've had a couple of them decline when the person died because of that reason. So it ain't no need to lie, y'all. When y'all answer these health questions on these applications, be truthful, because guess what? Even if the person dies or you die or whatever, they're going to do their own investigation. So if they pull and they're going to pull medical records, and they're going to pull them from 10 years. 10 years of medical records. And when they pull these medical records and they find out that you had diabetes, but you didn't say that on the application, then guess what? Decline. If you know you're an alcoholic, but you didn't share that information with the agent when you fill out your application, and then when you die and they go to check in your medical records and they see where you done been in rehabs and all this stuff, decline. So it's no need to lie, because they will find out. Now, I must say this. It's up to that insurance company to find out within that 2-year contestability period. Now, if they find out, say 2 years and 1 month, say 2 years and 1 month, you died. But you didn't share with your agent that you was a diabetic and you died from diabetes. 2 years and 1 month later, that's when they find out that you're diabetic. But on your application, you didn't share that information. So it's not on the application. You didn't share it with the agent. It's not on the application. So guess what now? The insurance company, that's on them. They got to pay. They got to pay, because it's 2 years or 1 month, even if it's 1 day after you got that policy. If they didn't find that information out within that 2-year period, then they got to eat. They got to eat it. They just got to eat it. They got to pay. They got to pay. But if you die within that 2-year contestability period, and you didn't share information about your health Even if, let's just say you die in a car accident. Y'all, this happened to somebody, somebody that I know. The loved one died in a car accident. But the person put, and it was within a 2-year period, but the person put on the application that they were a non-smoker. They were a non-smoker. Never smoked. The person died in a car accident. They pull the medical records. The medical record's going to tell it all. Even though the person died in a car accident, when they saw on there that the person did not share that they were a smoker, because guess what? They know if you're a smoker or not. That stuff is in your hair, in your skin, it's there. And when they find out that you lied, that you was not a smoker, even though you died in a car accident, had nothing to do with nothing on the application, nothing about your health. But that's the first thing they do. They pull your health records. If you die within that 2-year period, to check your health record, because they're looking for any reason that they can find not to pay you. They're looking for a reason not to pay you. So don't give them that reason. Be truthful. Once they find out that person was a smoker, decline, because they lied about them being a smoker or non-smoker, because they ask you that on the application. They even ask you now, do you smoke marijuana? What they call it, and it's something at TSC. But yeah, those questions now are on the application. On the under the health part, they're asking you whether you smoke weed or not. They want to know all of this. And it's good to be truthful, because they're not looking at that as a decline, where you won't get it, but they just want to know. And they want to know how much you're smoking, because it could be hazardous to your health if you're smoking a lot. They could decline you for that if you were smoking a lot. So you have to be careful with that too. If you smoke, be honest. Tell them you smoke. Because if something was to happen and they pull the medical records and see that you smoke, even though you thought you was getting away with it all of the months, but you die within that 2-year contestability period, they ain't paying your family. They're not paying them. They're going to send back all the money that they done sent to them within the last however months you had the policy. They're going to send them that little check back with a little entrance. They get a little entrance on whatever money they had already paid into, and that's it. That's all you get. That's all, but that's all your family gets. That's all they're going to get. That's all they're going to get. And they're going to put a nice little letter in it saying, unfortunately, being that so-and-so lied about not being a smoker, whatever it is that they find, they're going to put that in the letter to let you know the reason why the claim was declined. So just be honest. We tell people all the time, don't lie about your health when it comes to the health question. Just be honest, because guess what? If you die within a 2-year period, they're going to find out anyway. They're going to find out. So just be honest, okay? And when I said know your policy detail, that's what I'm talking about. If it for our policies, as soon as you get approved, your policy, say if you had $100,000 policy, that kicks in immediately the day you approve. Let's say you got the policy, the person dies the same day. You got approved. They got approved. Same day they got approved. They're going to pay you once they do the investigation to make sure that you didn't lie about that, or they didn't lie about the health on the application. And make sure they didn't commit suicide, or make sure nobody didn't kill them. A lot of people going out killing people nowadays just for the insurance company money. Listen, they're going to do all that investigation. So if everything checks out, where they didn't lie about the health, where they didn't commit suicide, what was the other thing? Where they didn't lie about the health, they didn't commit suicide, It was another one. I can't think of. I'll come back to it. But long as everything checks out, they're going to pay your family. If you had $100,000 policy, then guess what? As soon as everything checks out, your family going to get $100,000. Now, you have those other insurance companies, which is a lot of them. You got to wait. You can't get, you're not going to get paid like that. They're not going to give you the full amount. You have to have that policy for at least 9, 10, 11, 12 months before your full amount kicks in. So y'all check your policies. Check your policies to make sure, because a lot of them, that's how they work. You don't get paid whatever the death benefit is that you sign up for. If you only had that policy for a couple of months, I'm sorry. What they're going to pay you is what you paid into the policy, the months that you had it, and interest on that money, which is not much. And that's what your family going to get a check for. That's it. That's all. That's it. So you know the details ahead of time with your policy. Okay. Now, the waiting period, like I said, that's what they call the waiting period, because if you have a 2-year waiting period where you have to have the policy for at least 2 years before the full benefit kicks in, you need to know that. You need to know that. You need to know what you're signing up for. You need to know that. Know how much is covered and who the beneficiary is. Know who the y'all, this happens so often. And I'm gonna have to get off of here, y'all, because I can go on and on and on. But we're gonna do many more sessions where I'm dropping you little gems about insurance that y'all need to know. Y'all need to know. You need to be educated. When you know better, you do better. But know who the beneficiary is, you guys. Know who. Why is this thing not charging? Know who the beneficiary is, because this is the thing. We for expenses too. We have so many. We have billions of dollars. Our insurance company alone, where they're trying to pay out this money, but they don't have no contact information for the beneficiary. They have no way to get in contact with the beneficiary. So whenever you take a policy out, y'all don't hide that information from the beneficiary. How does the beneficiary know to file a claim if something happens to you if you don't tell them that you got a policy? How would they know? You have to share that information with your beneficiary so they can file the claim. You're not sitting here and paying years and years and years on a policy, and then now you're a dad and we can't even find or know who the beneficiary is to give the money to them. We want to give the money to the beneficiary, but we don't know who to contact. Well, we have a name. We don't have a phone number. We don't have an address. We don't have nothing. If you don't share that information with your beneficiary and tell them what to do if something was to happen to you, yeah, that money can go unclaimed. There are billions of dollars that are unclaimed by so many insurance companies because they don't know how to get in contact with the beneficiary. Please tell your beneficiary that they are the beneficiary and let them know what the insurance company name is. And if you got information to give them with a phone number or whatever, give them that information so they'll know how to go about or who to call to file the claim. Okay? Very important. Very important. We experience this all the time. All the time. All the time. Now, I'm trying to make sure that I'm covering everything with you guys. this is another thing, and you don't have to sign the whole policy over to them. Let's say you got a $50,000 policy. You don't have to sign the whole policy over to the funeral home. Let's say the burial, the expenses were $8,000. You just sign over $8,000 to them. So when they do call an insurance company, I guess that go back to answer you guys' question. So all they will be able to claim is $8,000, and not the whole $50,000. They just need to claim whatever you owe them. Whatever you owe them. Once everything settles, the claim is filed, everything checks out. The insurance company will send that money to the $8,000 to the funeral home, and then the rest of it, a check will be cut. Let's say you got a $50,000 policy. So now $42,000 a check will be cut and it will be sent to you. And not the insurance company, because if you let them sign over like the whole $50,000 policy, then guess what? The money comes to them, the check comes to them, and now they got to pay you. The funeral home got to pay you. Don't allow them to claim the whole amount of your policy, only the amount that you owe to them. Okay? Only the amount that you owe to them. Let's see. Always, y'all, when you go, because grief makes you agree to spend more money than what you want to spend. Y'all know when we grieving, y'all, we probably want to spend the world, just get everything that we could possibly think of for our loved one, to lay our loved one to rest. So take somebody with you that would have a little more common sense to kind of talk you off the edge. Take somebody with you that you can really depend on, and you can really that's going to support you and let you know you may not be. Don't get that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Somebody that's going to talk some common sense into you, because you're going to be emotional, and whatever the funeral director says to you, everything's going to sound good, because you want to make sure that you put your loved one away well. But take somebody with you that's going to talk some common sense into you and let you know you don't need that. You don't. Okay. Now, if this information that I've shared with you, if you felt like it's been helpful for you, please share the live, for one. And for two, put yes in the comment section. Put yes in the comment section and let me know that you appreciate the information and you want to hear more. You want to hear more. Because if I'm not getting good feedback, whether y'all really enjoying this and whether y'all really like what I'm sharing, I ain't gonna waste my time coming on here and dropping these gems to y'all. I'm just saying, y'all, I'm not gonna do it. If I don't feel like you guys really are interested, then I'm just not going to do it. So you just put in the comment section yes if you feel like the information I've shared with you is good information and you feel like it's helpful and you want me to continue to come on, because I got a lot of stuff to drop to y'all that I know y'all don't know. I know y'all don't know, but it's going to be helpful and it's going to be beneficial for you. So when that time comes, you're going to know how to go about doing it and save money, for one. And you're going to be educated, because when you know better, you do better. Thank y'all. Thank you, Sister Angela, Sister Kim, Stephanie Jeffcoat. Thank you, Tammy Harts. Thank you. Hey, Tammy. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you. And that y'all, that helps me and it motivates me knowing that I'm helping you guys, that I'm helping you. Because I know, thank you, Miss Shirley Green. I know that when that time comes, you're so emotional. And if you don't know, I'm telling you, people will take advantage of you because you're very vulnerable at that time. You're vulnerable and they will take advantage of you. And I don't want that to happen to none of y'all. I don't want people to take advantage of you during a time when you're grieving. Funerals are very expensive. They're very expensive, but they don't have to be. You know, we make it more than what it should be. They are expensive, but they don't have to be expensive. Okay. Now, that's all I have, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I shared everything I want to share with you guys. And just remember that life insurance it's just not another bill. It's a gift of security for you and your kids. Don't wait until later becomes too late. You don't want to wait to get life insurance. You don't want to wait till later because later can become too late. So yeah, if y'all want more information about anything that I've shared with you guys, or you want me to sit down with you and even if you have a policy and you don't quite understand that policy, because people got policies that they really don't understand and they don't know. And it is best to know what you have before you need it. I promise you. You need to know what you got before you need it. Because once you need it and then you find out that you don't have what you thought you had, it's too late. It's too late. You got what you got. So if you want me to sit down with you and look over your policy with you, I will be more than happy to do that for you. If you want a free quote, it's nothing wrong with getting a free quote. It costs nothing for you to get a free quote. And at least you'll know what how much you're gonna need, or how much what to fit into your budget. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And we will work with you with your budget. You know, you tell me how much you want to spend, and I'm going to tell you how much we can provide for you for that amount. That's just how it works. We are always looking for new agents, y'all. We are always, y'all. I'm recruiting too. We are always looking for new agents. You know, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of our family members that don't understand insurance. So why not you be the bigger person in your family? You get all the knowledge so you can go back and you can share it with your family and you can help your family. We are always looking for new agents. And y'all, I'm telling you, we don't just bring you on board and not, you know, educate you, or everything that we do. We hold your hand. We make sure you know everything you need to know before we turn you loose and turn you loose to go out there and at least try to do business. Okay. So if you want to know more information about that, we help you with your with getting your license. We're gonna all of that is taken care of. You don't have to worry about nothing. I promise you, y'all. I got you. I got you. If you're interested in doing the business, I got you. And I will show you how you can go ahead and you can get licensed, and you can be licensed within, I've seen people got licensed within less than 2 weeks. Yeah. I can help you with that. So if you're interested in becoming an agent, a licensed agent, hit me up. You can hit me up in my inbox and just let me know that you're interested in getting your license, and I'll help you with getting your license. And with the company that I work with, we don't just do life insurance. We help people with mutual funds, with investing in 401k. We help them with their retirement plan. So we don't just do life insurance. We do a whole lot. What good information it would be, even if you just sign up and you just learn how to invest. You know, that could be beneficial for you and your family. Everybody wants to retire one day. So why not retire comfortably? Learn how to retire comfortably and not be one of those ones who retire. And then when you talk to them a couple of months later, they went back to work. Why? Why you retired? Why you retired if you go back to work? You want to retire and retire comfortably so you can travel, you can enjoy life, you can sit back and just do you. Okay? But that's all I have, y'all. Thank y'all so much for getting on. So our next session will be on Thursday, this Thursday at 5 p.m. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be discussing yet, but I will put a post out there to let you know what we'll be discussing. But I promise you, whatever it is, you're going to benefit from it. And it'll be something that you don't know, but you need to know. Okay. And I'm also looking for sponsors, y'all. Anybody that wanna be a sponsor, hit me up. I will come on when I do my sessions and I'll shout out your business. If you're having an event, let's say you got an event coming up and you want me to put that information out there for the people that are viewing my sessions, I will do that. But it's a small fee, and it ain't nothing much. As a matter of fact, if you want to be a sponsor, it's only going to cost like $20 a month to be a sponsor. And I will, every time I come on twice a week. And I would definitely put your business out there. I will shout out your business. And if you have an event, if you want me to share information about your event, I will do that. And that will be a one-time $20 fee. Okay. That's all I have, y'all. Y'all, it's a business. It's all a business. It's all a business. What can I say? But that's all I got, y'all. Y'all, thank y'all for coming on. And I will see you guys on Thursday at 5, live at 5. Y'all, share this video because it may be somebody else who can benefit from the information that I'm sharing. Okay. So share this video once you get off, share it. Share it so you can help somebody else. Okay. And remember, life insurance is just not another bill. It's a gift of security for you and your kids. So don't wait until later becomes too late. Y'all have a good one.